Hey, this is Diane, and I am just walking you through. This is probably one of my very first sketchbooks for my sabbatical for the 2018. So I kind of started this in the December of 2017, and I'm going kind of quickly. I used this book, Sachiko Umoto's Illustration School, Let's Draw Happy People, and I really connect to this because I really like eyes that are far away. But I really need to draw some simple people, and these are simple people, and you'll see how I've kind of adjusted this, and because of course I really like eyebrows, and she does say that learning begins by imitating. Hopefully you'll see how I'm kind of taking it and doing my own thing. I do really like that little girl as I'm drawing all these little kids for this illustration project that I'm working on with a friend of mine, Johnny Gwynn. This is an exercise that I really like, and I draw these river rocks a lot. And here's a picture of the river rocks. I draw these things, and so I got a new pen. Somebody was asking me today, what are you doing? How do you start with a theme book or something? And I'm really not. I know I'm trying to do characters, so I'm just really pushing characters. But anyway, so I draw these river rocks, and I realized it was kind of like people. They ended up sort of looking like shapes of faces. So I was like, I'm going to use this as an exercise. And so I found some other exercises that are really helpful, and this is definitely one of them. And they're not all faces, there's a monster in there. And here's just a page hand lettering, and I'm just really trying to do a shoe buggers. The goal is for Creative South to have a sticker or a t-shirt or something. And then I'm using different materials, so I'm using different brush pens, I'm using different markers, and also I take notes in church. I couldn't get it to focus here, sorry about that. But I really like this girl. I think it was kind of based off of something else I saw, like the hairstyle. Right here is an M. I said, hey, that M looks like a mustache, so then I drew a man with a mustache. And so again, there's that exercise again, and you get kind of see how I'm, doing different things. Here's just some more faces. I had gotten a job from my pastor to do this piece. Sometimes I think it's really great that somebody else believes in you before you believe in you. And he wanted me to do something that said slow down on one side, and then on the other side it said where's Jesus. And so anyway, so this is kind of just me thinking about what I could do. I thought about a yield sign, I thought about a rocking chair, I thought about a snail, I thought about a turtle, and then I ended up thinking about well, you'll see in a minute. And then I really liked my son, so he's just cute, so I just liked him. Oh, so that right there is the first inclination of me doing like shading the eyes, like when you're looking for someone. And here's just more me sketching. I really liked this dog. This is the slow down, and then this is the page that just has a ton of slow down stuff in it, and I really kind of like that. So more slow downs. I'm leaving some pages so that I can do some drawings of some things that I'm pulling in, and more slow downs. That is the first drawing of, well, the next thing. And the second, that was the third drawing. So that was the one I really liked, and I was pretty happy with it. So then it went from there to, I'm again trying to work it out. I'm kind of got tissue on it. And I use a lot of tracing paper. And so again, I'm just trying to find out how this is going to work. This is just the process. And I use this is grid that my friend Megan D told me about that's in Illustrator. You can create a circular grid. So it ended up becoming this, but this was just a process because I ended up having to extend his arms down. And so then on the other side, I did slow down. I thought I was going to do like a yield sign, but it didn't look like a yield sign. So that was more of what it was. Again, I'm just copying over, trying to get the right shape. And that right there, I know it looks funny, but it really is the shading. So when you're doing something like this, a screen printed or silk screened, you actually really have to, and you can really see how it's going to look. But that color had to be 100% black. And then you make whatever color it is, but the screen has to be 100% black. So you can kind of see it a little bit there. That was the end of that process, and that's kind of where my journey is at the end of January 21st. So I hope you enjoy next week's.